Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most shocking and fascinating characters from Squid Game, player 001, Nam. At first glance, he seems like a sweet and vulnerable old man. But by the end of Season 1, we learn the truth. He's the mastermind behind the entire game. Let's break down the psychological layers of this character and explore what drives him to create such a horrifying system. Player 01. The mastermind behind the games. Let's start with the basics. Nam introduces himself as a kindly old man suffering from a brain tumor, seemingly playing the games for the thrill of it. His cheerful demeanor and grandfatherly charm make him one of the most sympathetic characters early on. However, this is all a carefully constructed facade. When we discover his true identity as the creator of the games, everything changes. From a psychological perspective, Nam displays classic traits of a sociopath. He lacks empathy for the pain and suffering of others, viewing the games as a form of entertainment for himself and his wealthy peers. He's completely detached from the consequences of his actions, framing the games as a way to give people a fair chance to win their way out of misery. This rationalization is a clear example of moral disengagement. He distances himself emotionally by reframing the games as a form of charity or social experiment. What's particularly fascinating is his God complex. Nam is terminally ill, and as a man who has experienced everything life has to offer, he finds the games to be the only thing left that excites him. The power to control life and death gives him a sense of superiority and meaning, even in the face of his own mortality. Duality, vulnerability versus manipulation. What makes Nam even more complex is his duality. During the games, he forms a bond with Gi-hun, the main protagonist. We see moments where he seems genuinely kind and vulnerable, whether it's his fear during the tug-of-war game or his apparent confusion in the marble game. These moments humanize him, making the final reveal even more shocking. But these moments were all part of his manipulation. Nam's participation in the games wasn't just for his amusement. It was a way for him to experience the thrill of survival firsthand. For a man who spent his life in control, putting himself in a position of vulnerability was a final, twisted act of self-indulgence. The psychology of power and control. Nam's actions also reflect the psychology of power and control. For him, the games represent the ultimate power trip. He creates a system where he decides who lives and dies, watching as desperation drives people to their limits. His games expose the darker side of human nature, but they also serve as a mirror to his own moral emptiness. At the same time, Nam's choice to play the games himself shows his obsession with power. Even in a life-or-death situation, he maintains control by orchestrating the games behind the scenes. It's a stark reminder of how power can corrupt absolutely, stripping away any sense of morality. Finally, let's talk about Nam's motivation. His terminal illness gives him a unique perspective on life and death. The games become a way for him to feel alive, even as he faces the inevitability of his own death. However, his search for meaning comes at the expense of countless lives, highlighting the selfishness that drives his character. Player 01, Nam, is one of the most chilling characters in Squid Game because he represents the extremes of wealth, power, and moral decay. He's a man who sees life as a game, where only the fittest survive. What did you think about his role in the show? Were you as shocked as I was by the big reveal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more character analyses and deep dives into your favorite shows. See you next time.